Hey Pisces, I'm Eleanor and welcome to your second week of February Pick a Card reading. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and if you would like to follow along with the story as well, you can hit subscribe. Please do, because I have readings coming out every single week, 5 a month for your sign, a monthly and then 4 weeklies that break down the energy. Also, if at any time during the reading something is hitting home for you or it feels like it's going to help you or be of service to you, hit that like button. This week we're talking about the turtle, which is going to be speaking on grounding and patience towards your monthly energy, the Six of Wands, recognition, success, leadership type of principles. And so the readings where these came out are linked below, so you can watch those where I dive more in depth on these things, as well as information on how to get a personal reading with me. I have stack 1, 2, and 3. There are timestamps, so you can skip right to it. I'm using Mandala circles and the Crow Tarot. So let's get started, Pisces. With stack 1, you have 8 of Cups, King of Cups, and the Rabbit. So the King of Cups is all about emotional maturity, and the Rabbit is an energy that doesn't get stuck and is able to move and be agile. So I feel like this is going to be talking about the emotional maturity to walk away from the table if it gets too heated and if you need to, and to have patience and trust that it can be come back to at another time. So this is where I'm feeling like there's a need for a cool-off period. There's a need for grounding and for calming and for things to simmer down a bit. And so this is where you're going to want to resist the urge to handcuff yourself to the situation and to the table and to get stuck and to force your way through to a resolution, because out of fear or lack of trust that if you walk away, that's it. And to have the fluidity and the maturity to say, we've gotten as far as we can go with this right now. We have to take a step back and let's come back to the table another time. And in that you do strengthen and you move towards this success in a more grounded and where the success will be more longer lasting. And with this turtle talking about patience, it does mean that it's not going to be solved right now. Your answer, this resolution, this closure, it's not going to happen by the end of the night or by the end of this conversation. It feels like there's a need to put an end to it and to have trust and maturity with each other. There's nothing here specifically that is speaking on relationships, but this is, to me, very much feeling like a relationship reading, and a conflict where the success and the moving forward, this does, even though the Six of Wands isn't typically motion, it's mostly success, there is a moving forward. I feel like with this turtle, the turtle does move forward, just very slowly. So these, I almost feel like there's a page of, or a Knight of Pentacles thing going on here with this successful person on the horse and yet the turtle at the same time. That's what those are feeling like to me. So the need to be able to be persistent but not insistent, and to be forceful, and to have trust and to have maturity, the maturity enough to say, this isn't working, let's back off and let's come back to it later. So maturity brings with it trust that you'll come back to it. And the Rabbit also has with it an energy of rebirth and fertility. So there is a degree to where by doing so, by walking away from the table, that when you come back, there's a fresh energy and a fresh rebirth and a resurgence of commitment towards the end goal, which is success. All right, Pisces, stack 2, 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, Goldfinch. This entire, all 5 of these are coming together to tell me one thing, and that is Have you ever seen the movie Shawshank Redemption? This is a Shawshank Redemption storyline right here, where okay, I'm about to spoil the whole thing if you haven't seen it. I'm just going to tell you right now. Spoilers ahead. The guy's in jail, and he gets out. He breaks free at the end by every single day chipping a little bit away at the wall. He's like hammering and chiseling at the concrete wall, and he covers the hole he's working on with a poster, right? And then he goes out into the yard every day with his pockets full of concrete dust and rock and wall and drywall or whatever, and shakes them into yard a little bit at a time. And it takes years, it takes a very long time for him to plot this escape and to put this all together and to do the work. And he has to crawl through the sewer, and he has to go through a mess, and it is so painstaking, and it takes such a long time. But this scene towards the end where he comes out, he breaks free, he gets dumped from the sewer pipe into the puddle or whatever, and he stands there free with his arms outstretched, the rain pouring down on his face, freaking free. And that's what I feel like with this, is this tower is breaking free. This Eight of Pentacles is the work that you put in on a daily basis to break free. The tower, generally when it comes up, they like to have it be this kind of sudden upturning of the tables, but it's got this Eight of Pentacles right here that tells me that this is not a sudden change. This is a change that you're working on with a lot of patience, with a lot of grounding, with a lot of daily effort, physical effort, actual effort, not mental effort, but with your hands and effort. And the goldfinch is happiness, experience, exuberance, energy, liveliness. It is this kind of the light free like a bird after breaking free from this tower, and the success is all wrapped up in that. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can watch the movie, or maybe I already just told you all that you need to know. But that is essentially what I feel like is wrapped up in that one. Pisces stack 3. 3 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Dragonfly. So as we move towards this success, patiently and groundedly, with this Queen of Cups, I'm feeling like you're being guided to balance effort and ease, and to temper, like the Japanese sword that gets hammered out, folded over, hammered out again, that to alternate. The alternating of rest and effort creates this strong success that you're working towards. And there's also some leadership involved. I'm feeling like with the Six of Wands and Queen of Cups that there is empathy. Empathy as a strong, necessary characteristic of a leader. And so the Dragonfly is a call towards lightening up, towards changing and levity and transformation, and transforming into a higher, lighter, a being of heavy, earthy energy to a more of a light being, a light form, transcendence almost. So it's not a time to force or to work hard, but to balance in and to file in, to alternate this Three of Cups energy, which is going to be celebrating, connecting, nurturing yourself emotionally with the people that love you and the people that support you, and not trying to do it all yourself, but allowing the support to come in, and nurturing, the nurturing that they give you and the nurturing that you give yourself, with self-care, with celebrating yourself, and a reminder with this turtle that tells you that this isn't going to happen overnight. And there may be a resistance to this kind of taking a break and taking that time out to file this in, because it feels as though it's going to stretch out the process. That if you don't hammer through all at once and just, put your head down and muscle through it, knock it out really quick, that it's going to take longer. And That is true, but you want to do it in a balanced way. At the end of it, it will be more balanced, it will be more successful, it will be more grounded in a healthy foundation if you can do it in this way that is tempered and creates balance and has the lightness, almost like I want to use a architectural term, but I'm not sure how it works, but the way that buildings are created to withstand earthquakes, or that certain materials are made to be more resilient because they aren't rigid and tightly packed, but they have some air built in or some softness built in, if that makes any sense. And that way they're more resilient. And that's why I feel like that balance and that temperance is what's calling me, or being called towards this week. Okay, Pisces? Talk to you soon. Thank you.